Welcome to this week's episode of Superior Angling. We are up here on the infamous Seul in Ontario, and we are chasing muskies. It is late October. Weather's a little bit chilly. However, it is very nice for this time of year. Anticipation is very, very high. There's huge potential out here. Low density of fish, low numbers. But if we can see one, two, hey, if we're extremely lucky, we're gonna see 3 fish. I don't know, it could be good. There's monsters out there, fish of epic proportions. You just don't know what to expect. We are going to plan on trolling. Just because this time of year, it's just easier to troll with how nasty the weather can be some days. Actually, you know, it's not gonna be bad at all today. However, we're gonna stick to our game plan of trolling. Big lures, headlocks, jigs, grandmas. We're gonna troll it and see what happens. We've never been up here. We're not really going on any info other than, you know, typical October locations. Deeper water, your muskies are moving out of their summer locations. Summer patterns are non-existent when your water temps get, you know, 45 to 50 degrees. These fish start to move, and hopefully we can intersect a few trolling today. Stick with us, it's gonna be a good one. Oh, fish, big fish. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Big fish, big fish.
Now that's a sweet October muskie.
Fish, 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 fish.
That's a big Atlantic, boys.
All right, little frost on the pumpkin this morning, little fog in the air. I like it though, huh? It's a nice, cool October day. Good for muskies. We're on the water. Seul is huge. It is, I believe it is the second largest lake completely contained within the province of Ontario, second to Lake Nipigon, and it's the 7th largest lake in Ontario. That's counting border water such as Lake of the Woods. So it's a huge body of water. There are, I mean, I expect us to put on 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 miles in the boat today. Lots of space to fish, not a ton of angling pressure, however, not a ton of muskies in the lake. So you got that going for you and against you. But yeah, I don't know, what do you like? You're a big muskie guy here. You like the weather today?
Yeah, hopefully it stays kind of cloudy here. I don't think the fog or anything should hurt them at all. You know, we'll kind of focus on some narrow, some more current areas, some break walls. There isn't much to be graphed out here, and if it is, you can't really trust it too far. So yep. We'll just kind of look on the map, see what looks good, and I don't know, you're going to cover a lot of water trolling, so we'll have a couple rods out, probably some different lures, so some bright ones to start with, and then switch to dark or whatever. But we'll just see what happens and go from there.
You brought the secret headlock, didn't you?
The headlock's in there.
All right, we got high expectations for that lure. Not cheap. For those of you that aren't familiar, it's about an $80 or $90 muskie lure. Well, we hope it works. But yeah, again, big body of water. We're gonna do some running here. Hopefully this fog lifts. But yeah, should be a good day.
This spring, shop the great selection of Lund and Crestliner fishing boats at RJ Sport and Cycle. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer all your questions and help you get on the water. We sell both aluminum and fiberglass boats, suitable for a variety of applications. Full windshield models, side consoles, tillers, and more. We sell them all. Don't forget, we also carry pontoons. RJ Sport and Cycle is your leading Lund dealer in the area. Visit us in store or check us out online today.
When we care about something, it shows. To help protect these things, call on the knowledge and experience of a local independent insurance agent that you know and trust. Some things we just can't afford to lose, and that is why we exist, because the worst brings out our best. Holden Insurance, Duluth and Superior.
It's summer again at Marine General, and we're here to get you on the water.
Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards, water sports, knee boards, wetsuits, ropes, and life vests, rain gear, marine safety, electronics of all kinds, rods and reels, trolling motors, rod holders, and all kinds of accessories for your boat, live bait, lures, and a crew that appreciates your business.
All right, we have arrived. The fog is burning off. We made it safe and sound, took it nice and slow. Tons of rock piles on Lac Seul. It's not graphed that good on your Navionics app on your phone, so you combine that with the fog. It's kind of a nerve-wracking boat ride, but kept her slow and we made it. Took a little more time than we thought, but we are here. We are fishing. So let's put some rods out. We're gonna be trolling. Again, big baits. Eggsy's gonna give us a rundown on some of the baits he brought. And yeah, we're just gonna troll shorelines the whole day. We could be out here for a 10-hour boat ride and not see a fish, or we could see a couple of them and get lucky. So, but just trolling at, what speed do you like? 3.5, 4?
Yeah, high 3, somewhere in there. I mean, you don't want to go 4.5, and you don't want to go 3. So kind of high 3s I usually like. It kind of gets the baits at a good depth at, 15, 20 feet, somewhere in there. And
cool.
Yeah, we'll go from there.
Can cover a lot of water going at that speed. However, Lac Seul is huge, as we mentioned. So yeah, let's get some baits in the water and get going at it. All right, that's a secret headlock, huh?
Well, we'll try it out. Yeah, I think we'll put this one kind of right in the prop wash. It's gonna run a little deeper than most of them, so we'll put this one a little shorter out, probably right behind the boat in the prop wash, and then our 2 other rods will be out 20 feet or so and run just a little bit shallower than this thing. So
that's what we're gonna kind of do is long line 2 on their outsides, and someone's gonna kind of stand in the middle and hold this rod right behind the boat, kind of in the prop wash. It's gonna be deeper than the actual prop wash is, but it's gonna be right in that wheelhouse. So we're not gonna use planer boards just because depth changes so much and it's hard to know exactly how deep it is right here. Like, you could be in 50 feet right here and 10 feet over here it could be 5 feet of water. So it just, Lac Seul is notorious for ups and downs and ledges and steep breaks, so it's just nice to long line them because you can tell when you're hitting bottom. You can change lures out, you know exactly how deep your lures are. So, and we can still cover some water. These are 9.5 foot rods, so you have 19 feet on each side of a boat that's 102 inches wide. So we can still cover some good area with a trolling pass. But again, big lures, big baits. I mean, don't be afraid to use lures like these. I mean, muskies out here are huge. I mean, there's world-class fish in here. A 12 or 14-inch bait is not too big. Yeah,
like that's a 14-inch grama right there. And I mean, you think about how many times you're reeling up a small walleye, and relatively small walleyes, 13, 14 inches, and
right.
You get a big pike or muskie to come up and eat it, and there you go. So
like that's nothing. And That's a cool looking bait. This is kind of all the hype in the musky world the past, I don't know, a couple of years. Again, I'm not too in tune to this, you know, I know a lot, guys are a lot more serious about musky fishing than I am, but this lure has a lot of hype. We have high expectations for this lure. I like the color combo. There's a lot of, I believe there's Cisco's and whitefish out here that these muskies feed on. So we got nice silver, kind of with the contrasting orange on the belly. I like that lure a lot. Silvers, bright colors. Yeah, again, we're no experts because we've never caught a muskie out of this lake before, but hey, we're gonna give it our all and see what happens. Fish! No way. I'm in neutral. I'm going. Fish. You just casted that out there, buddy. Is it a ski or a pike?
I think it's a pike, but it's going pretty buck wild. Yeah, it's a little pike.
Yeah, it gets you in the rhythm and gets your blood going, that's for sure. There we go. Little pike. Gets the blood going though, that's what you want to expect. That's how fast things can happen. You're just trolling and all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's fish on. Had to start on the headlock, eh?
Yeah, I just reeled in to make sure I didn't have any weeds on and kind of got it at the distance back I wanted and just gave it a few pumps and I think it just kind of surprised him, I think, I don't know.
There are big pike on Lac Seul. Usually you're a little more excited to see a pike of that size, but today we are muskie hunting.
We want to triple, quadruple that size right there.
Yeah, there's big potential here, but.
Oh, there's one.
No way. Keep tension on him.
Keep it down.
That seems like a muskie.
Looks like a pike.
Pike.
Once we kind of get through this stuff, I think there was like a big deep narrows off to our left.
Well, that's like the main river channel.
Yeah.
Shut up. Big fish, big fish. That's a muskie. Muskie. That's a muskie.
Smoked it too. Pretty good head shakes. I mean, it doesn't feel super heavy, but.
Here you go, Josh. Here you go. Put it down. Throw it down. You need me to clear, bud?
No.
I have high hopes for this. It whacked you, man.
Yeah, it did. It's feeling heavier now.
It's in this one. I gotta go under you.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's a muskie?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. No way. Oh man. Oh, that's a big one, Eggsy. That's a big fish. Eggsy. Ready?
No.
She's not ready. That's a big muskie, man. Ready?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, she's ours.
Yeah.
She's ours.
Not a baby.
Eggsy, this is like an hour into the day.
Man. Okay, on the headlock too. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, just keep her in the water. We'll get some tools. We'll get set up here. That's a good fish.
An hour into the day, guys. An hour. Oh, you fish all day. You fish 2 days for a fish like this. And I'm not gonna brag, but I picked out the spot all by myself. And that's kind of my thing is I'm not a muskie fisherman like he is. I'm not, but I'll gladly admit it any day of the week. And I'm like, that looks good.
Yeah.
Lines in the water for 2 minutes in the spot, whack.
There's kind of like a big reef out there and an island just behind you guys here. And just kind of like in between the two is...
We'll show you what it looks like on the map, but
it's good.
That's incredible. I don't think she's 50, but it's upper 40s.
Yeah, that's a good healthy fish.
Heck of a fish.
It's a nice
Heck of a fish, baby. October, Seul, Musky, bam.
Oh, no, that's a sweet October Musky. There's definitely bigger. That one's pretty heavy. We're gonna get her on the tape quick and get her released as soon as we can here. Awesome ski. Right there?
About 46, 47.
Okay, release. All right, we're gonna get this big girl back. It's a nice, awesome start to the day. I'll let this fish just work itself here. Kind of get reacquainted. There she goes, starting to kick. Nice, easy release. That's awesome. Good fish. Awesome, boys.
Yeah.
Atta baby.
That's what you come here for. That's what you like, man. Whew. In the first hour and a half. Like,
yeah.
What else can you want? I mean, that's a day maker right there. Wow. We got to look at this and try to replicate this in other areas of the lake. The only bad part is we're going off of Navionics on our phone. It's not crazy accurate, but it gives you a good general idea. But yeah, I mean, that's a heck of a start. At least we know today they're eating. So I mean, that's a heck of a fish. 48.
Yeah, that one came on a headlock. I gotta give a shout out to Char. He bought me that lure a couple weeks ago, and first time it's seen the water pays off. So yeah, that's awesome. We'll get back after
That's a good luck lure there, man.
So just after that last fish there, you can tell on this headlock here that hook's pretty much trash. So I took another hook off an extra bait that we had. Gonna keep that triple wired split ring there and just simply replace out that hook. I don't really want to bend it back. I mean, if you start bending, obviously your metal and stuff like that, everything's gonna get weaker. So better not take chances and just replace the hooks while you got time.
This week's health tip is brought to you by St. Luke's, the patient above all else.
My name is Dr. Heather Buchholz, here with St. Luke's Dermatology Associates, here with today's health tip. I'm here to talk about more common types of skin cancers we see are actinic keratosis, which are precursors to squamous cell skin cancers, and basal cells. And I treat a lot of fishermen with both of these lesions, and they can typically present as rough spots, oftentimes on the rim of the ears, the cheekbones, the nose, kind of a dry, scaly patch of skin that doesn't go away regardless of how much moisturizer you use. And so those type of things we want to treat to avoid them becoming squamous cell skin cancers, because squamous cell can also metastasize, so it can be a more serious cancer. And basal cell is the most common skin cancer, and that is usually kind of like a pink little bump that's firm, sometimes bleeds easily, and typically doesn't go away, it just persists. So those would be the things you'd want to have checked out with a dermatologist.
It's summer again at Marine General, and we're here to get you on the water.
Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards, water sports, knee boards, wetsuits, ropes, and life vests, rain gear, marine safety, electronics of all kinds, rods and reels, trolling motors, rod holders, and all kinds of accessories for your boat, live bait, lures, and a crew that appreciates your business.
This spring, shop the great selection of Lund and Crestliner fishing boats at RJ Sport and Cycle. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer all your questions and help you get on the water. We sell both aluminum and fiberglass boats, suitable for a variety of applications. Full windshield models, side consoles, tillers, and more. We sell them all. Don't forget, we also carry pontoons. RJ Sport and Cycle is your leading Lund dealer in the area. Visit us in store or check us out online today.
At Wittes Trailer Sales, customer experience and satisfaction is our top priority. Located in Esco, Minnesota, we stock a full lineup of enclosed trailers, snowmobile trailers, and cargo trailers from brands such as Aluma, Look, Pace, and more. While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Our skilled parts and service team is here to tackle all your repair needs. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
All right, so kind of the spot that we just caught that first fish at. Again, we are not experts at this lake. That's our first muskie ever on this lake. This is our first day fishing this lake for muskies, but location is everything. You catch one fish, you know you can replicate that in other areas. All of this behind us here is kind of shallow, rocky. It kind of sticks out, and there's kind of a narrow trench, a narrow channel of deep water, 20, 25, 30 feet, and that's where that fish was. So we have rocks over here where it's blue, kind of deeper water here where it's white. It's kind of a neck down area, and in your experience, fall, you want to focus on deeper neck down areas, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're doing. Trolling, our baits are suspended. We're not worrying about trying to be within 2 or 3 feet of the bottom. These fish will suspend. They'll come up to hit a bait. These are big profile baits. They make a lot of noise, a lot of vibration down there. So yeah, we're gonna go with that game plan for the rest of today, and hopefully we can get lucky and see another one.
All right, so pretty much fall, you know, end of September through November. There's obviously a whole lot of variety of baits. The one this morning we caught on a headlock here. You can obviously tell it's a pretty large profile bait, aluminum lip, and that one obviously, like we said, it gets a lot deeper on average. You know, more or less the lure such as like your standard grandma lure here, or your Jake style lure. These are pretty much the same. Then Storm makes it a real decent one. This one's got a rattle in it, but between all these baits, they're a little more slender profile. And I think this one's a crane here. Same thing, pretty slender profile. But we're running that on 80-pound Suffolk braid, steel leader. I think that's, probably rated for 150, something like that. And heavy rods. These are actually 8.6 Syncroid Legend Tournaments. And a lower gear ratio reel is pretty key too. When you're horsing in these fish, a lot of times you're dragging a lot of water with them, and to have a little bit lower gear ratio reel kind of helps you not get as tired, I guess, when you're reeling in some of these fish, or just the baits in general when you're moving spot to spot. So there's a ton of different lures out there, but basically the more slender profile are the more common ones, whereas like I said, you get into these headlocks here, it's a pretty large profile lure, but they'll all catch fish from time to time. A lot of pike too as well, which you'll see. But yeah, a lot of different baits and options, colors. It's a lot of the musky guys know you'll go crazy getting for how many baits you end up getting over one fish. So there it is, and that's kind of the setup we're going with. So
some weight. I don't know, we're hoping it's musky-y. Again, just narrows 20 feet deep. We're not going to get too confident on our pattern until we see this fish, but I don't know. It's not going to be a monster if it is a musky, but hey, any musky is a good one. This is a very musky area. It just feels good. I just had a good feeling about the spot.
Kind of snagged on it.
Pike? Pike. Sideways hooked pike. Not a bad pike, but not the musky that we are after. Not the musky we're after. We think we got a fish. It feels heavy. It feels heavy. It has been a while since we hooked up. 5 hours precisely, but you just got to keep at it. Keep grinding away. And you're gonna get a chance.
Watch your drag.
That's a musky.
Take her easy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
that's a good musky. That's a good musky, guys. That's a good musky. Oh, oh, my heart's going. This is what 5 hours of staying focused. It's a mind game. You just gotta stay focused. It's a good musky.
That one came out of, I think, like 14 feet.
14 feet.
And I went back and grabbed the rod and I just kind of gave it a couple pumps and put the rod back down and said, Grant, we got a fish on.
It's on that headlock again too, guys.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Here.
Here he comes, here he comes. Barely hooked. One net job. You're good.
He's a horse, baby. That's number 2.
Oh,
that's
nice,
2.
man.
That's
nice.
2. Woo.
Awesome.
Just to explain, like, you just gotta stay focused. You gotta keep at it. I mean, that's a good fish. It's not a 50, but man, it's a upper 40s inch musky in October. Man, barely hooked, just barely hooked.
All right, we gotta get some tools here and get this fish back in. We got the live well full, so we can just unhook it, make sure it's all good to go, revive it a little, take a couple pictures and release it. We'll get some tools here and get ready to go.
Oh, that's a heavy fish, guys. That is stocky. Maybe 46 inches or so, but just thick and heavy. Beautiful, pristine condition. That is a gorgeous Laxua muskie. Man, look at the size of this fish. That is heavy. That's heavy. Let's get her on the tape real quick, get a picture, and send her back. Oh, she's gone. That fish had so much power. Ow. Compared, so I've always been like a big pike guy. Like, I love big pike. And I've always said, like, I'll take a 45-inch pike or a 45-inch muskie any day, but that thing has 10 pounds on a 45-inch pike. Just the girth and magnitude of that fish, just huge. Wow, what a beast. What a fish. That's a good one. Our day has come and gone. The sun is getting low. We're kind of tired, but a very successful day. 2 fish. Can never complain about that, eh?
No, especially on a lake that neither of us have been on, and
yeah,
we don't know much about it, and I don't know. Yeah, you can't complain with 2 fish on a day like today.
No, super satisfied, super satisfied. It just gets long durations in between fish. You just gotta keep going at it, but I mean, there's so much water out here, so much potential. Yeah, fun day nonetheless. From the fog this morning to cloudy to a beautiful sunset going on right now. It has been a heck of a day. This wraps up our annual muskie trip. I wonder what lake we'll hit next year. Who knows, but every year, last year 1 fish, this year 2 fish. Next year, hopefully it keeps going up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.